So last week I started a painting of these two fellows I saw on Facebook. I've met one of them. I met Maddie back in New Bedford. I haven't met this fellow, but I saw this picture of them from one of their shows that they do, and they do these drag shows, which I haven't been able to go to. But I found these really great pictures of them on Facebook, of them all, sorry, it's too early in the morning, all dressed up in costumes for their show. And I saw this one particular photograph where they're holding hands, and I just had to paint it. I love this. I love this interaction here. Their hands they're holding tight. They've got their fierce looks on. They've got these gorgeous lush costumes on, and they're ready for their show. Maddie actually has a claw. He's made a claw. I can't quite make out the material, which is good in a way. The material of the claw, but I love it. And so I asked permission to do this portrait of them, and they said yes. I always ask permission. I always ask people permission, or I buy the photograph to work from. And they both enthusiastically said yes. Now, I started this painting last week, and you know, from my reference photographs, my black and white reference photographs, I always work from black and white and printed blah blah. Anyway, it's early. I'm very tired, so excuse me. But anyway, I asked permission. They both enthusiastically said yes, and so I started this painting. And it's a double painting, so if need be, you know, we can separate them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I haven't exactly thought this through, or this video through, because now I'm getting stuck. But anyway, I think what I wanted to get to was, I can't even think of their drag names. They're completely gone. It's too early. More coffee and then off to fresh vegetable juice, and I'll be back on it. I fell in love with this image. I fell in love with their poses. I fell in love with their costumes. I just love it. It's just so solid and strong. And I love doing paintings of slightly disenfranchised people. These two are steady on their feet. They're sure of themselves. They're strong. They know who they are. They know what they want to do. And I just absolutely fell in love with that undertone in their photograph, and you know, in their profiles. But the thing is, they're in drag, so I've got to be careful of a couple of things. And one of them is not making them into cartoons. Right now, Maddie looks like an anime cartoon. I started it last week, but I'm working on six different paintings at once. And so I want to spend time with each one and just keep working and working and working. Unfortunately, when I left last week, he looked like this. And I know to some people, it could appear, well, they're in drag. Of course it's silly. And I think that's superficial, and that's no way to see another human being. And it's no way to show respect to the subject, to the reference material, and to these two really wonderful, generous young men who allowed me to use their photographs, use their images. So he's in anime mode right now, and I'm really embarrassed by it. But this is just a stage in the painting. It isn't the end work. I don't have to freak out about it yet. It's embarrassing. Half the time I'm embarrassed by everything I show on, you know, on Facebook or on YouTube or on my blog. I'm embarrassed to show anyone because it's always at an awkward stage until the end. It's at an awkward stage until it's not. It's the best way to put it. I'm 50 now and I'm in an awkward stage. And I'll probably be in an awkward stage until the end, just like my paintings. But what I'm going to work on today is not worrying so much about his anime face, although I'm going to be adjusting his eyes and everything. I'm going to work on the costumes and really pulling them out. But before I leave today, I've got to bring those faces up to that lush level that makes them feel like people and not comic book characters. They're doing something silly and fun and over the top, but it's also extremely brave. I don't know a lot of people that can walk out the door every day and have their full selves out there on display, or be brave enough to take who they are, I guess, and put it on display for the whole world. Drag is silly and fun. I love it. Since I was a kid, I had wished I had been born a man. If I had been born a man, I would be in high heels every day and just over the top with it. I would be out there in leather and latex and fishnets and I would just revel in it. But I wasn't. I was born a woman and not particularly happy with myself, with the way I look. So I expressed myself through my paintings, and I put myself out there through YouTube videos. But what these boys do is an art, and it is their own art, and it's a dangerous art. This is an art that even in 2013 could get them killed on the street because people are stupid. So people see this as something that's just so far out of their realm of understanding, meaning drag and drag shows. It's so far out of their realm of understanding because of who they are, they don't see this as something particularly important or worthy of respect, whereas I do. I see it's tremendous. I have tremendous respect for them. And I'm envious. If I could put on heels and a dress and look like that, I would. I put on heels and a dress and I look like Aunt Bee. That's as close as I come to anything glamorous. So I'm going to work today on showing respect for my two characters, just like anyone else I would paint. And that's even condescending to say. They're just like anyone else I would paint. They're my favorite kind of character to paint. My favorite reference to work from are people like Manny and his friend, because, excuse me, someone's smoking and it's causing my asthma to pop up. They're my favorite kind of character to paint, not because they're outrageous and wild. I find that boring. People that are just, oh, they're so full of themselves that they're, look at me, I'm outrageous. I like the vulnerable quality of these two. And obviously I respect what they do, but I forgot where I was going. I just totally forgot. Blah, blah. I totally forgot. Yep, it's gone. And that happens. Especially when I haven't had one full cup of coffee yet, or my vegetable juice. Yep, totally went out the window. Anyway, I'm going to make these two into the lush characters that they're trying to prevent. Yes, they're fun, and I'll have a little bit of that in there, hopefully, in their, their von Einen from within. But on the outside, I don't want anyone to think I'm making fun of them, or I'm putting them on display to make them look stupid. Oh, that's where I was. I love painting portraits of people who are vulnerable, who you could just pass by or laugh at or ignore because they're not beautiful enough, they're not outrageous enough. I'm bored by that. I am completely and totally bored by that. I think it's just too obvious. This is the challenge. Taking these two boys who are performing in drag and making them feel like real people and not just silly little characters. I love that. I love that challenge. I love being able to pull out, in serious looking reference photographs, something oddly funny underneath. Can't quite put a finger on it. Is that person smiling? Is it not? You know, some people say to me they can feel an energetic emotion underneath. Again, going back to my idea of Voneinen. They can feel it underneath, but they can't quite see it. So I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best here to show respect for these two boys, who I just love, and I wish I looked like this. Time to finish my coffee, put my pants on, get back to work. Bye.